the Microsoft Power BI tool. Welcome back to Exit Island, where we are trying to learn the data analytics tool Microsoft Power BI over the next 100 days. And today is day 27. We've been learning consistently for the past 26 days. On the last live stream, we were stuck on actually learning the advanced editor, which is the Power Query or the Power Query M language, the brain behind the Power Query editor in Power BI. So without further ado, we'll just continue from where we stopped on the last live stream, which is day 26, where we actually got stuck trying to solve a couple of challenges while learning the M code, the M language in Power Query Editor in the Power BI interface. So without further ado, let's get back to learning. So I just continue from the data transformation course we were actually on. If I quickly go to the career track section here on the DataCamp platform, just to show you what we've done so far. So also all dataset exercise files, Power BI files that we'll be using to learn over the last 26 days is linked under the YouTube description. Do make sure to download those files and practice along with me. So while that is coming up, we actually started this learning journey with data analysis in SQL career track. So if you're looking to upskill yourself in SQL or just practice some SQL or concepts just to understand more about SQL, I did a couple of live stream few months back. You see a lot of live stream on SQL on the channel. Also, this Power BI, after we finish the Power BI live streaming for the next 100 days, we're starting the data analysis in Python or career track here. You can see data analysis in Python. We've completed the data analysis in SQL, and we're actually on the data analysis in Power BI. So after completing this data analysis in Power BI, we're definitely starting the data analysis in Python. So you definitely want to subscribe right now, put on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I go live or drop a new content on the channel to help you upskill in the data community. So we just continue from here really quick. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Oh, I click on continue rather. Oh, my bad. So I was thinking to show you. Let me just go back a little bit, back to dashboard. This is where we got stuck on the last live stream. Try to solve a couple of challenges within the Power Query editor, the M language specifically. So if I go back a little bit there, I'm just go under career track really quick. Oh, that is coming up just a couple of seconds. Okay, so going back to data analysis in Power BI. I just want to show you what the course, the whole career track looks like. And we've covered almost 6 courses. Yeah, we've covered we are on the 6th course. We've covered 5 courses out of 17 courses in this whole career track. You can see we are on the 6th course, which is data transformation in Power BI, and we got stuck trying to complete this last part, which is in this data transformation course in Power BI. I'll definitely just continue from here. You can see we've learned a lot from chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. You can catch those live lessons on the previous live stream under data transformation in Power BI. So the goal is to complete this part where we got stuck on the last live stream. I'll just go back to reading the instruction and try to figure it out. I just took a peep of live stream just to understand what was the challenge from the last live stream. We've gone a couple of hours deep into the last live stream, so I have to pause and just continue from here because I was actually trying it hard to figure out the challenge. So in this exercise, if you want to really understand the concepts or the context of this exercise, you definitely want to watch from day 26 live stream, where we actually started from introduction to advanced editor, and we actually got stuck under this variable and custom functions. So I'll just go back to reading the instruction and trying to solve the challenge. I think I have my Power BI files open here. Okay, I'll just open it once more. So in this exercise, you refine your knowledge of the M language and the advanced editor to more efficiently calculate the safety stock and additional reorder amounts. So if you lost any progress, load the workbook, custom functions. So all workbook are available under the YouTube description. So do make sure to download them. I'll just open this Power BI file, custom functions right here. So while that is coming up, I'll just continue reading the context. So let's move on. So it says open the advanced editor and then add the following line of code right above the source code. So we're going to add this line of code. So this code, this is what it does. This stores a variable in your query called fresh products, which contains a list of product categories that are considered fresh. Oh, that's interesting. So while let me see if my Power BI file is right up. So let's open the query editor. Just click on transform tab. Then I'm trying to open something right here. Yeah, I have it open. So if I go back, you can see after downloading the file, I have to come to the data source right here. You can see there's a description. This query is used to calculate safety stock for each product. So I just edit the data source and point to this product file in my Power BI. You can see the file part is from the DataCamp repository, which I don't have access to, but I actually have access to the files within my own Power BI, within my local machine here. I'll just go and copy the file part very quick. Copy as the parts from my file folder and just paste it right in there. Made some edits to the double quotes there, so it recognizes the file parts. And I click on OK real quick here. You can see so all the apply step will be inherited just like that. You can see this added is fresh products, calculated safety stock, calculated the other amount, and so all the steps have been applied. So I just go following the instruction. I'll go to the advanced editor here, which is also all these apply steps. This is the code behind it. So if you want to catch up on understanding what you're actually looking at, you need to start from the first part of this course, which is day 27. Just go back to day 27. You have a more understanding of how to interpret all this line of code we have here. If I go back to reading the instruction, so it says open the advanced editor and then add the following code right above the source code. So I just add this above the source code. Fresh product equals to this. So this is the source code here. So this is source code, or it's enter. So we actually enable this 1, 2, 3, this number you're seeing by clicking enable line numbers. You can see an enabled word wrap. If I disable this word wrap, the line of code will become longer. If I enable the word wrap, it becomes shorter, which is quite interesting. So we have to add this line of code above the source, which is the source here. I'll just start typing fresh products right here. Fresh. Let me change my keyboard setting. My keyboard setting is fine. So fresh products. So we want to store a variable equals to. Okay. I'll open the curly brackets. I'll open the curly bracket there. Curly brackets. I'll just put a comma back here. So like inputs, double quotes. So the first fresh fruit we have there is seafood. Then comma. Meat/poultry. Double quotes. Meat/poultry. Then comma. I don't even need to put a space. Let's see. Then the last one is produce and dairy products. Double quotes. Double quotes. Produce. And the last one is dairy products. You can see our no syntax error now. If I try to remove the comma, I'll be getting the syntax error. I can actually tell it to show me the error. It's point out here. That red line there, just need to input a comma there. Just to say that I've completed this line of code, then move to the next code. I think this is looking good right now. So let's go back to following the instruction. So it says this little code that we just typed there, this stores a variable in your query called fresh products, which contains a list of product categories that are considered fresh. So if I continue, add the following block of code underneath the code you added previously. So as to add this block of code also underneath this code here, which is quite interesting. Let's see. So going back to the code, is fresh product equals to input as list. Okay, let's do that real quick. Is fresh product equals to open brackets input as list equals to this. Then we have let results. We have a let syntax there. Oh, not that. Let results. So when you look at the let results, equals to if list does contains any equals to if list dot contains any. I think I can see it here. You can just accept that line of code there. Then it says open bracket input comma space fresh products open brackets input comma fresh products. We have it there. Then it says then two else false, then two coming back here, then two else false, else false. So look at the line of code one more time. In results, then comma, in, then we should have the results here, results, then comma, then our code should be correct. Oh, we're having, then two else. Oh, because I didn't spell my else very well over there. There's no syntax error. I think we are following the instruction perfectly well. So it says this stores a local function called isFreshProduct inside your query that can be referenced in further steps in the query. Oh, okay. This is a function called isFreshProduct. We can actually now reference it below here. I think I understand that. Okay, let's continue. It says navigate to the added isFreshProduct step and delete everything in that step after. So we're going to added product. Let me just look for added product over there. Instead, added is this is the line of code. Added is fresh products. This is everything here. Before the next step here, which the calculator you can see. Added is fresh products right here. Then the next step is calculated safety stock. You can see added is fresh products. The next step or calculation is calculated safety stock. So if you read the instruction where it says navigate to the added is fresh product step and delete everything in that step after each and add the following. Delete everything in the step after each. You can see we have each here, and we also have, when we look at this added product is fresh product step, we have each right here where they also have each. Okay, I think that's the only place we have each there. So we have to delete everything. Added is fresh product equals to table dot add column. The other column is fresh products. Each if list does contains any category name. Okay, I think we can see that there. So we have to delete everything after each and add this is fresh product category name. We have to delete everything after each. So I think I delete it from here. Right from here to this place. Let's delete that. Let me just copy this somewhere in case there's an error. That's just my safety. I'll just copy all of this somewhere. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. I'm trying to take precaution not to delete what I'm not supposed to delete from my line of code and get into an error. That is what I'm trying to do here. So let me just pay attention real quick. Added is fresh product. Let me just copy this real quick. Control C. Let me paste this in my backup here in case there's an error somewhere there. If there's an error somewhere there. Okay. So we have that copied somewhere. So he said we should delete everything after each. Navigate to the added is fresh product step and delete everything in that step after the each. Okay, I think I have that copied. Let me just delete everything here after the each. Delete. Okay, and we have to add this is fresh products. That will be kind of tricky. I wish I can copy this real quick, but I have to type it in myself. Okay, let's type that in. Is fresh product. That's it. Open. I think the first one is curly brackets. Curly bracket opened. Then no, the first one is circle, normal brackets. Then inside that is a curly brackets. Okay, normal brackets, then curly brackets. Okay, then what we call this kind of brackets? I can't remember the actual name of these brackets. Oh, you can see there's been a misunderstanding there. My curly bracket is supposed to be here. Then inside my curly bracket is supposed to be these brackets. Perfect. You can see the category name. Category name. I'm having a syntax error. I think I'm missing one last bracket. Definitely one last bracket here. Yeah, definitely. I think that should be correct. So if I pay attention to this, so make sure to include the curly braces and the comma at the end. You can see I have to make sure I include that. Then moving to the next step is change the calculated safety stock argument. This is where I was stuck on the last live stream. So I just went back off live stream and take a look and try to understood after reading the stuff again. So check the calculated safety stock agreement to obtain the stock based on the other level with multiple of 3 for non-fresh product, and then click on done. Okay, I think there's a calculation here called calculated safety stock. And if you look at it here, you may not probably understand what is happening here, but it's saying calculated safety stock equals to added is fresh product coming back from this step here, safety stock. So it said each if is fresh product, then the other level, else if it is fresh product, then it should be the other level, else 2 times the other level. I think they're asking us to change that. Instead of 2 times the other level, it should be multiple of 3 for non-fresh products. It says change the calculated safety stock agreement to obtain stock based on the other level with multiple of 3. So I think I have to read the stuff off live stream to just understand it. I think I need to change this to 3 here. Just change that to 3. Definitely. Then you say we should click on done. Okay, we should click on done there. Done. It's going to affect everything. You can see changes, a couple of changes occurred there really quick that we couldn't see. Oh, we can see I have some red here. Oh, okay. Because I have some error. It's not even red. I have a couple of error here. Oh, the error is definitely too much. That means I've done a couple of mistakes somewhere there. Let me see if I can answer the question. Say, what is the amount of additional product we should reorder for Outback larger? Outback larger. What is the amount of additional product we should reorder for Outback larger? Okay, you can see the reorder level here. Let me see. Okay, additional reorder amount. Ooh, because I'm getting a couple of errors here that we kind of add. Except I go back and undo the steps. If I look at the products here, I can actually search for that product and see if I get the answer. Outback larger. Let's see. Outback. This is it here. This is Outback larger. Click on OK. You can see. So we are looking for amount of additional product we should reorder. Reorder. Let's look at the reorder column. You can see additional reorder amount. We're having an error there after all the calculation. You can see reorder level 30 units in order, unit in stock, unit price. I'm definitely getting an error from the reorder amount. So additional reorder amount. That means my query, my code is not correct. My bad. Let me just go back to the advanced editor. I was afraid of that earlier. And all this, I'll just bring this back right from here. I'll just bring it back. Oh, you can see category name. Probably I didn't write this category name completely. Oh, imagine. How did I make that mistake there? Category name. Okay. Oh, you can see. That means I got it. I got it initially, but I didn't come down to make sure I wrote my code correctly. Just missing this category name that we use right from this list here is fresh products. You can see that was my little mistake there, and I was able to troubleshoot it really quick. Quite interesting to see. If I filter the other amount back, because I'm not having error in this again, let me go back to these products and search for Outback larger right there and click on OK. Then I should have a result for this additional reorder, which is 65. Let's input that 65 in. 65. Ooh, we nailed it. Well done. Writing functions and storing local variables makes your M code much easier to understand. Combined with comments, this will be a great way to have other people know what your queries are doing. This is amazing. This is really cool to do and quite interesting to see that I could do that quite following the instruction. I'm super excited. So I'll just take a peep of my M code one more time. You can see this calculated substitute. If I click on it here, let's change this 3. That means I was absolutely correct. And that was it. That is where I was actually stuck on the last live stream, trying to figure out those simple instructions. It was quite interesting though to see. So we're on the last part, which is this calculate z score. Okay, let's see if you can follow the instruction one more time and figure out how to solve the challenge. Quite interesting to see that we actually did some calculation here. So we'll actually be doing this calculation from the beginning of this chapter. So you definitely want to go back to the top, to the last live stream and start from here. You understand all what we actually do, all what we actually did right from the beginning of this advanced editor here. So if those code are looking alien to you, don't worry, it's nothing. Just have to understand the concept really quick. So I just close and apply this calculation. So probably continue from there. So let's coalesce all our knowledge of M language as well as the other skills you've gathered in this chapter to categorize the product in Northwind Traders catalog based on the price. It is very useful to know how our product offerings are positioned to our customers. This same technique can also be applied to find outliers in your data sets. So we want to know how expensive or cheap each product is compared to the average of products in a category so that we can categorize them based on price, not the kind of product. In order to do this, we will use a statistic called the z-score to evaluate how many standard deviations away from the mean is a particular product's price from the average category price. That's a lot. Let's follow the instruction. We understand better. So open a work this course from the exercise folder on your desktop. Open the Power Query editor. Oh, I think we are done with this file. I will just save it because I will definitely be coming back to those codes. You can't just get it once. You have to try multiple times to get it. So I'll just go back there to open another file right quick, which is this folder called z-score. This Power BI file called z-score. While that's coming up, let's look at the instruction. Hopefully it's not really that hard. So open the workbook z-score from the exercise folder on the desktop and then open Power Query. So head to advanced editor and change the aggregation method of the category price standard deviation column to list dot standard deviation, which is a non-standard grouping aggregation. Once you have made the change, click done. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is another file, definitely another file. Let's open the Power Query editor real quick. Okay, let's see the file that was connected to z-score. Oh, which file is z-score? I think I have the data set right here. Oh, I don't have access to the data set at all. Let's see. Oh, a data set called z-score. That's quite interesting. If I try to look for the data set here, oh, I think we are still working with the products. It says head to the advanced editor and change the aggregation method of the category price standard deviation column. Oh, so the challenge is actually getting the file that was used for this. Let me see. Group column product ID. I think they are still using the same products calculation product table. Let me give it a shot. We are still using the products table. Let me give it a shot. Okay, copy as file paths. And let's see. Doesn't it hurt to give it a shot? Okay. I'll just edit that real quick. Click on OK. Okay. I think it should be the one. It is definitely the products table. Promoted letters, change data type, group tools. Oh, definitely the one. That's quite interesting to figure out. But to change the category price standard deviation, so we are actually with the correct file. So let's go back here to category price standard deviation to list the standard deviation. Go bracket, close bracket. Why? It said head to the advanced editor and change the aggregation method of the category price standard deviation. Okay, let's look at the aggregation method. If you could figure it out. Aggregation method. How do I figure the aggregation method out? Okay, I'll go to the settings here. I think I figured that out. So we have to change it for this category. Let me get it one more time. And change the aggregation method of the category price standard deviation column to list the standard deviation, open bracket and close bracket. Okay, let's see. This is the aggregation. Is there a way we can change it to another type of aggregation? The aggregation here is sum. So how do I change it to list category price? Change the aggregation method of the category price standard deviation. Category price standard deviation, definitely this, to list the standard deviation, which is a non-standard group in aggregation. Once you have made the changes, click done. Okay, let me see if I can do that within the advanced editor. Okay, we should be able to do that. So this is the, okay, I think we are going to do that in the advanced editor. Definitely, we're actually learning the advanced editor. So let me just change it from list.sum to list.standard deviation, open bracket, close brackets. Oh, okay. Category price standard deviation, each visits. Okay, that's quite funny. Let's change all of this. Instead of list.sum unit price, which let's change it to list dot standard deviation. Let me take a peep one more time. Standard deviation, standard deviation, open bracket, close bracket. Okay, and we don't have any error. So click on done. Hopefully, I won't get any error. Done. I was afraid I was going to get an error. Oh, that's not fair. So I could just go back and change it. Funny enough, I can't just press Ctrl Z. The instruction subsidiarily say change it to list dot standard deviation. Probably I'm not spelling my standard deviation pretty well. DARD deviation. We couldn't even expand anything because we're having an error already. So let's go back to, I think the list is sum. The actual list is sum unit price. Yeah, unit price right there. The unit price is actually in this type of bracket, or else it's not going to work. Yep. Let's click on done one more time. Ooh, list of sum. Probably I didn't spell something correctly there. We're seeing a small letter sum instead of expecting a capital letter sum. Funny enough, you can see. So advanced editor is very case sensitive. I was actually using capital letter S for sum rather than, I was actually using small letter rather than capital letter. So let me see if I could get this straight back. Okay. So instead of list.sum, let me change it to list.standard deviation and include the unit price standard deviation this time around, and I point to a column to be used for the standard deviation. Let's see. Aha, that was my error initially. I deleted the column I want to perform the standard deviation on, which is the unit price, and that was what got me those errors. I think we are back on track. Okay. So the next instruction, so expand the grouped column, selecting product ID, product name, category, unit price, and unit stock. But to expand this group column, selecting product ID, product name, category ID, unit price, and I think unit in stock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly, unit in stock. I was right. Product ID, product name, then category ID, unit price, and unit in stock. Make sure to unselect use original column as prefix. So I'm to unselect this, click on OK, and it expand the column. So if you really want to know how to do this, make sure you start from the beginning of the course so you understand how we came about doing all of this very quick and fast, because we've done it a couple of times while learning Power BI since we started. So I click on next, add a custom column name product price score, which calculates this score using the following formula. Ooh, so we have to add a custom column. So to add a custom column, we want to create a new column that's going to perform a calculation, which is this score calculation, and it's going to add it after this unit stock. Have a new column again. It's going to perform calculation based on existing. You can see where is add column. I'm going to select custom column. So we are going to call this column. What is the name of the column? Product price z score. I want to get the product price. Product price z-score. So we're going to use this column that we have here to perform that calculation. So just a minute. Oh, yep. Back here. So once you use this formula to calculate the product price z-score, which calculates the z-score using the following formula: unit price minus category average price, then divided by category price standard deviation. That's why it's interesting. I think we can open a bracket. I can't see the last part, but let's give it a shot. Select the unit price column minus category average price divided by category price standard deviation. Oops, that should be correct. You can see we have no syntax error. That means that is correct. Let's click on OK and see. Ooh, super fast calculation there. Then the next instruction says add a conditional column called product price category, which will categorize the product based on the product price score column you just created. Use the following threshold. If product price score is greater than equals to 2.5, then the product will be the garnet category. If between, let me see if I can expand this. Okay, a total of 4 clauses will be needed to create a conditional column. 4 clauses. Okay, let's create a new conditional column. Okay, conditional custom column. Is it same thing as custom column? I think it's the same thing as custom column, definitely. This one says add a custom column. This one says add a conditional column called product price category, which will categorize the products based on the product price score column we just created. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. You can see, okay, let's give this a shot. Until we haven't tried, we don't know yet. Okay, oh, you can see this is a conditional column, this is a custom column. So there's another feature here called conditional column. I didn't pay attention to that. Let's read that. Okay, oh, I know that just if then clauses. They say if product price is greater than or equal to 2.5, if product price, where's product price? Is it product z source price? Yes. Product z score price is greater than or equal to 2.5, is greater than or equal to, which is the 2.5, then the output should be this category gourmet, Gourmet, comments, gourmet category. That's correct. If the product price is between 1 and 2.5, do we add another clause? Between, what do you know is between? You can't get it's between here. Is between should be order. It's just simple English. Is between 1 and 2.5. So if the product price score is between 1 and 2.5. Let me see. Okay, we say if the product price is equals to 1, then the product will be premium category. The product will be premium. That premium, we add another clause. If the same product price score is less than, then that means it will be between 1 less than 2.5. the product should be premium. That should be premium. Because there's no way you can say it's between. We don't have between here. Let's say between 1 and 2.5. So also have just 4. Okay, now as if the product price between 0 and 1, they can create two clauses like that. I can create two clauses like that. I need to figure out how to create conditional column between 1 and 2.5. So they say something is between. Hold on, let me delete this first. I want to understand between it does not equal to. So let's see the first clause. So the first clause is greater than or equal to 2.5. Then the second clause will be less than, definitely less than 2.5. That is the highest number. So be less than 2.5. Then that should be premium. Now add the clause. If the product price is score is the next clause is between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1. That's pretty interesting. Between 1 and 2.5. That should be, it has to be less than 1 here. This one says, the last one says, third one says between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1. Hold up, let me pay attention. Equals to 1. And this should be is less than 1. That's between 0 and 1. And the final one should be is less than 0. This should be called standard category. Let's see. Standard category. While the final clause is less than, because this one is less than 0, then the product will be in the value category. Is less than 0 value category. So if this one is less than 1, that should be 0. Is equals to 1. This one is still saying is still equals to 1. Then this one should not be. This one should be does not equal to. So is greater than or equal to 1. This one is between. That means it's between is greater than 1 or equal to 1. This one is greater than 2.5. So I figure it out now. So this one should be this if product price is square is between 1 and 2.5. That is greater than 1 or equal to, it is greater than 1 or it is equal to 1 or greater than 1. So that one is between 1 and 2.5. Figure it out. While the third one says if the product price is square is between 0 and 1. So between 0 and 1 is equals to 1 and less than 1. Now is equal to 1 and less than 1. That is between 0 and 1. While this one is less than 0. So let's click on OK. The custom column name should be called product price category. Product price category. Product price category is the name. 2.5110. This is between 1 and 2.5. Let's click on OK and see. Because we have the product price category created already. Now let's confirm if we actually nailed it. So group the product price category you just created, then add a sum aggregation called total stock, where column is unit stock. We have to group by the product price category just created. Let's go by that. So to go by that, we come to this place called Where is the go by? Go by this, which is transform. Or to go by product price category, which is this last one we just created. Okay. Then it says we just created and add a sum aggregation called total stock, where column is unit stock. Count new column name, total stock. Where the sum is unit stock, unit in stock. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, just group it. Boom. You can see government standard category. We only have two category. Wow, out of all the four, let's see if we got what is the total stock of product in the government category. This is where we actually know whether we actually did that grouping, that conditional column pretty well. 2906. Let's input that in. 2906. Submit. Ooh, we didn't. Incorrect. Make sure you have correctly calculated the z-score and use the right threshold for the product categorization. Definitely, we didn't get this category pretty well then. Let's give it a shot back. So all we have to do is just go back to this added custom column. You can just edit it right in here. So this is where our mistake is. Let me look at it one last time before I take a hint. So it says, if I take a hint, if product price score is greater than or equal to 2.5, we got that is greater than or equal to 2.5. That should be a government category. The next one now says if it is between 1 and 2.5, between 1, so it is 1, 2.5. Oh, that was a mistake. 1 upward, not, it will be greater than 1 or equal to 1. Absolutely correct. Greater than 1 or equal to 1. Or let's just say greater than 1. That should be premium. Then, okay, that should be premium. Then, if the product price is between 0 and 1, then standard. Between 0 and 1. That should be less than 1. It should be, if it's less than 1, between 0 and 1, that means it's less than 1 or equal to 1. Equal to 1 and less than 1. But the last one is if it is less than 0. Let's say it is less than 0. Let's see. Okay, let's give it one last shot. Okay, then let's see the grouping. We still have the same thing. So let's take a hint. So let me go back here for this safety of time. Let's look at the hints. It says if product price score is greater than 2.5, then government, else. If product price score is less than 1, then premium, else. If, oh, you can see greater than 2.5. I think we call this greater than or equal to 2.5. And the next one is greater than or equal to 1. You can see is greater than or equal to, okay, which one did I choose? I just choose greater than. I got it in the first place. It's greater than or equal to 1. Then they didn't give us the complete gist. You can use the conditional column option under the add column ribbon if you prefer to use. If you prefer, you can add another custom column and write the M code yourself. It's required that way. Your M code should follow this structure. If product price score, okay, is greater than 1. Now let's see. This one say is greater than or equal to 1. That is between 1 and 2.5. Now let's look at the last option here. This one say is between 0 and 1. That means it is greater than between 0 and 1. It should be less than or equal to 1. I can definitely say it is greater than or equal to 1 also. We already have is greater than or equal to 1 here, which is the second clause. Which is the second clause? This is between 0 and 1. That means it should be greater than or equal to 0. Definitely. Greater than or equal to 0. This should be is less than 0. I think I figure it out. It's less than 0. And let's give it one last shot. Okay. Go to us. We still have same thing. So that means we are 2906, 2906. Yeah. Says what is the total stock of product in the government category? Total stock 2906 is saying correct. Let's take a hint. List of sum should be replaced by list of standard deviation in the advanced product sales cost should include parentheses around unit price and category average price. Use conditional column, selecting the product score. Okay, let me go back a little bit here. I think our challenge here is this place. We've taken the hit, but let's look at the answer. No, not solution to the, not this. I didn't actually get this. I think I didn't get this category part here, but there's not actually the answer to this category code. So we just have to just go with this and I'll troubleshoot it later. The answer is solution is 99. I'll just put that in for the sake of time and actually look at, oh, I think there's the solution file somewhere here, which is the z-score. Yeah, which is right here. I'm just curious to see. Let me just open that real quick. I could just close it. Let me just close this. Just close this in. Let us just close and apply. I'm going to take a peep at the code in the solution file. Okay. Just to see where I was making a mistake there. I could just submit this. You can see we didn't get that. But let me look at the solution file just real quick. Is there anything like 4.5 here? Oh, it's actually not here. I don't have the solution file here, but I guess we couldn't solve that. But I'll have to look at it another way. Probably I'll just use maybe ChatGPT or Gemini to try to get that conditional column to actually know where I was making a mistake.
Awesome job on finishing this course. You learned a lot about transforming your data using Power Query. In Chapter 1, you used Power Query to reshape and aggregate data and how we can pivot and unpivot tables. Chapter 2 was about combining data, appending data, adding tables horizontally, and merging data by using different kind of joins. In Chapter 3, you've seen that custom functions are a flexible tool to modify your tables almost like an Excel sheet. The fourth and final chapter focused on the backbone of Power Query, the advanced editor. You were introduced to M language to create different data structures. This is pretty advanced stuff, so well done. We invite you to try our other Power BI courses, or that you take one of the case studies to apply your skills. We hope that you enjoyed this course and look forward to see you using Power BI in the future.
That's quite interesting and pretty challenging. For the next course we are is I think that should be data modeling in Power BI. Definitely one of the things you need to understand as a Power BI or a data analyst person or Power BI enthusiast. So you're starting this course modeling and table properties. So looking forward to that on day 28. I'll see you on day 28. Alright, so that will be the end of the live stream for today. So if you found value, do well to support the channel by hitting that subscribe button. That's one of the ways you can support the channel, and put on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I go live or drop a new content. And I'll see you on the next video on the channel or on day 28 of the live stream. Do have a wonderful night, morning, evening, wherever you are watching the world. I'll see you on the next live stream.